Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a speed build, but I don't plan on talking too much about it, so all of the information about it will be in the description box where you can download it, the size of it, how much it costs. You can find all of that down below. I'm going to talk about my week because you guys don't know this because I have a queue of videos, so I actually haven't recorded videos in a week or so, but you guys have seen previous videos because I do have a quo, so you guys are not on the back burner here. You actually get new videos twice a week, but today is a Saturday, May the 6th, and okay, so I don't know how I'm going to talk about this. I guess I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to talk about some of the better parts of my week before we get into the sad stuff, because then I'm going to be sad the whole video, and I have 17 minutes to talk to you all. So I'm going to go ahead and wait to talk about that. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. I should have planned this video before I started talking, but you know how we do it here. We don't plan. Okay, so let's see. Yesterday was Friday, and I went to the Houston Museum of Natural Science, which I have only been to, I think, once, because I took a field trip in high school to see, like, Fabergé eggs, which was really dumb, and it was a long time ago. I think it was, like, my freshman year, so it's been a while, and so I went with my boyfriend because he's in historical geology in college, and his professor, I forget what she is. She's on some type of board. She's really high up there in the museum, and so she gave everybody these discount tickets, and for extra credit, I think he gets like 10 points on the final exam, extra credit if he just went and like took pictures of himself there to prove that he was there. And so that's why we went, and we looked at the fossils, we looked at the dinosaurs, and we looked at rocks, which a lot of people might think is boring, but you don't like appreciate rocks until you take not high school until you take college geology. Then I mean you really start to like rocks, which is weird because before I started geology I hated rocks. Like, that was my worst nightmare. Like, I like geology, like plate tectonics and learning about the earth and all that fun stuff, but rocks are difficult. I thought they were really difficult until I started having to learn about rocks and like really memorizing their names and all the stuff that comes with it. And then it got to be fun, and so yeah, now me and my boyfriend are big rock nerds, so that was a lot of fun. And it was a nice break. I haven't been out of the house in several days, which is a big deal because I'm always on the go, so it's been really weird and kind of upsetting not to get outside of the house, and you'll understand why when I get to that point where I talk about what happened. But for now, what else? What else can I talk about that's not super depressing? Well, I don't know. So I guess I'll get started into what happened because that's all I can think about right now. So I am going to start with Wednesday, this past Wednesday. So I was at work and I got a text from Courtland's stepmom, and she had told me that, okay, wait, let's backtrack a tiny bit. Okay, so there was a video, my last speed builds, the single starter speed builds, where I talked about Toby, and Toby is my boyfriend's dog. He is half husky, half Malamute. He was in surgery because his stomach had flipped, and so that was happening, and then so Wednesday, okay, I keep like backtrack. Okay, let me start over. I'm like confusing myself because I know like where I'm going and where I need to end it, but I'm not thinking about like what to say next because I'm an idiot. Alright, so Toby was doing fine after his surgery. There was no complications. They were monitoring him, making sure everything went okay, and then all of a sudden Wednesday I got a text from Courtland's stepmom saying that he had passed. And so I was the first one to know. Courtland's dad had called him, but Courtland was asleep because he sleeps in most days because his college classes aren't till a little bit later in the day. And so I had tried to call him like 5 times during work, and then he finally picked up, and I told him to call his dad, and he was like freaking out because he's like, why do I have to call my dad? What's going on? And then he did, and then he found out. So Later that day, that was Wednesday, I felt really bad. I mean, I don't know Toby as well as Cortland does, obviously, because Cortland's had Toby for 11 years. And I've only been with Cortland for 4, so I've known Toby for 4 years. And Cortland was really upset. I mean, he didn't show it, but you can obviously tell when someone's upset. I mean, he lost a best friend of like 11 years. So I took him to the movies that night. We went to go see Boss Baby, which is funny if you know, I mean, us as a couple, because there was one time when Deadpool came out, everyone was in line to see Deadpool. There was this long freaking line in the movie theater to see Deadpool, and we were in the line to see Kung Fu Panda 3. So that's just how we are. We will go see every single cartoon movie that comes out. We went to go see Sing. We went to go see Moana. I mean, any cartoon movie that comes out, we're going to go see it. And so he wanted to see Boss Baby for a while. And so, you know, he was feeling upset, and I hadn't seen him all day because he was kind of in his room being upset. And I thought, you know, I'm going to go take him to a movie to get his mind off of things a little bit. And so that's what we did. And then later that night, he saw a video that his dad posted on Facebook, kind of like a memorial video of Toby. And then Cortland started crying, and then we cried for a little bit. And then he went home, and then the next day he seemed to be fine. Like, he really needed, you know, just to cry over it and kind of be done with it. And, okay, so then the next day was Thursday, right? Thursday, I didn't have class because my last day of the semester was on Tuesday. So this was my first day off. I was planning to have a mental health day. I was planning to do absolutely nothing, sleep in, snack, you know, relax, make YouTube videos. That was my plan for the day. And I got a call while making this build, actually. I made this on Thursday, and I got a call in the middle of this build from my mom. And she asked me if I heard what happened, and of course I was like, no. I mean, I never know anything. I'm always the last person in my family to know anything. I don't know how that works, but it always happens like that. So she started crying, and I was confused, and then she eventually told me that my sister's best friend of, like, how many years? Okay, we've known this girl since she was 8 years old. That's when her and my sister started becoming friends. They were in elementary school. So we have known this girl for years. She's been with us on every single family trip. I mean, she practically lived with us for the past 2 weeks. She was here every day, you know, lived here, ate here, and spent a lot of time with my sister and my nephew. So anyway, my mom told me that she had passed away. And so that day was a really hard day for all of us. And I had to call my boyfriend's parents because I babysit for them. And they canceled on Wednesday because Toby had died, and then I canceled the next day on Thursday because my sister's best friend had died. And so I stayed home to watch my nephew so that my sister could have time to kind of grieve and figure out what happened and call people and talk to whoever she needed to talk to. And it was just a really sad, like, hard day for us. And then, let's see, Friday. Friday was a little bit better yesterday. My sister, I think, started to finally accept it a little bit, because she had talked to a lot of people and kind of figured out, you know, the parts that she didn't know of the story, and so she felt a little bit better about it. And then Friday, she learned a couple new things, and that she wasn't expecting, and then I think she got upset again, so today is another bad day. But yesterday was a good one. We kind of goofed around, we were silly, we kind of got back to our old type of selves, and, you know, I got to go to the museum, so it was nice to get out of the house and do something a little bit different. And now we're back to being sad, which really sucks. We don't know when the funeral is going to be yet. There is a campaign going on, I don't know what platform it is. It's a donation platform for my sister's friend to pay for her funeral. And I think right now it's at $10,000. So, I don't know, it's weird. It's asked, cause, okay, my friend, okay, I'm getting tongue-tied here, cause I'm trying to say something, and I keep confusing myself. So, my sister's best friend's mom, she didn't set up the campaign, it was some of her friends, and they put like $25,000 on there, which is crazy. I mean, I've never been to a funeral. I've never had anyone in my life pass before, so I don't know anything about funeral services and memorials and stuff like that. But my boyfriend has had friends that he was an only child, his mom passed, and he had no other family, so he had to quit school and work to pay for his mom's funeral. And he paid, I think it was between $5,000 and $10,000. And I looked it up on Google, and the average funeral is $7,000 to $10,000 in Texas. So I don't know where that number came from. I understand that, you know, people want to help the mom as much as possible, or if she wants to take a vacation. I don't know. I've heard that, and I don't understand how that works, why you would want to take a vacation after your daughter has passed. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But people said, like, oh, that could be an option. She just might want to take a vacation. And I don't know. I think that's weird. But they are at the amount to give her a funeral and memorial, so I'm really happy about that. That's amazing. She totally deserved everything. I mean, if they want to use the full $25,000 to make a really awesome funeral, then go for it. I don't know. It's just upsetting. Because, you know, I've known this girl as a child. She was 8 years old, you know, so it's just sad to know how things ended. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but it is a depressing story. She was only 19. So that's what my family's facing right now. And that is why I haven't been able to record, and why I sound so horrible. Because I've been having to deal with this, and I'm trying to help out people as much as I can. I hate people being sad. I don't like being sad. I'm really empathetic. I hate being sad, and so I do everything that I can to help others. And even if I'm sad, you know, they come first. I'd rather make them happy than do the work to make myself happy. So I was struggling with that on Wednesday when my boyfriend's dog died, trying to make him happy. And now I'm struggling trying to find ways to make my sister happy. And I don't think it's working, the stuff I'm trying, because I really don't know what to do. If you guys have any advice on how to help someone when someone close to them has passed, let me know. I've been looking stuff up, and I don't know a ton about what to do. I don't know why I'm laughing. I think it's just a coping mechanism is to laugh at myself. But anyway, that has been my week. I thought about not talking about it, but I like to be really open with the things that happen in my life, just because I know that others could be facing the same thing, and I like to be honest about what is happening in my life. And I don't know, that's just the type of person I am, is if you ask me something, no matter what it is, I'm going to tell you straight up, and I'm going to be 100% honest. And no matter how embarrassing it is for me to tell you something, I'm going to do it, because I like helping people, and I feel like being honest and asking those questions could help people, if that makes sense. I'm kind of not making sense to myself, but I hope I'm making sense to you right now. My mind is just all over the place. Anyway, I am still going to make videos. I haven't in the past week, like I said, but I did have a queue, so you guys have been seeing videos. I'm voicing over this one, so this one will be going up, obviously, because you're watching it. And I have, okay, I'm going to do a spoiler real quick. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I've been working on it for a while, and I really like how it's turning out. I still have a long time to go, but I want to tell you a little bit about it. So I am doing a 25-day lookbook challenge on my channel, and I think it's going to be starting in June. It's a couple people on Tumblr are doing it, and I kind of want to put it on YouTube before other people come up with the idea, and then it looks like I'm copying. But I've had this idea for several weeks now, and I've been working on it because I'm pre-recording 25 days of videos. So it's taking a lot of time, and I want to get them all done before I start posting them. Before I start making them live, actually. So, I don't know. Right now, they're all scheduled starting on June 2nd, I want to say. June 1st? No, June 2nd. Okay, so they're all scheduled to start on June 2nd, and it'll be a new video every day for 25 days. I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye out, and maybe they might be up on my channel sooner, because it just depends how popular the tag starts to get, and I don't have to worry about being like the third or last person to do the challenge on YouTube. I want to be one of the first. So yeah, that's what I am doing next. I'm having a really fun time with it. And yesterday, to kind of do something a little bit different and fun, I had my sister do a voiceover for one of them. And she is really silly. I didn't get a lot of like usable coherence, like content, but it was just a lot of like silliness and a lot of laughter in the background. And like my mom came in and you can hear my mom laughing in the background and you could hear me laughing in the background, so it's kind of a mess. Oh, and this part I forgot about. So this was when my mom called me during recording, and so I stopped, exited the game, and kind of had to deal with what happened, and then I went back into the build, and then I forgot to record. So you will not be seeing me build the upstairs, unfortunately. My mind was just out of it. So you will see screenshots, though, right here of what I did to the upstairs, and you will see it if you download it in the gallery. All that information will be down below. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and please hit that subscribe button to be updated on new uploads. And that is all for today, so I will talk to all of you later.